In the heart of the village, Little Red Riding Hood skips through the square, her red hood a vibrant splash of color. Her laughter echoes through the square, a melody of pure, untainted joy. Villagers pause, their faces softening as they watch her carefree dance. Little Red Riding Hood continues her play, oblivious to the shadows lurking beyond the village's edge. Red Riding Hood's mother arranges a basket with care, her face etched with concern. Her mother turns and said, "Now, Little Red Riding Hood, this basket is for your grandmother. She's not feeling well. The forest can be a dangerous place. Stay on the path, and do not, under any circumstances, talk to strangers." She gives final, urgent instruction. Go straight to your grandmother's house, don't dawdle. Little Red Riding Hood embarks on her journey, her small figure framed by the forest's embrace. She walks deeper into the woods, where an inviting scene belies an undercurrent of unease. The forest path winds ahead, each turn promising both beauty and concealed danger. In the heart of the forest, a sly wolf emerges, casting a long, ominous shadow across the path, effectively barricading Little Red Riding Hood's journey. Little Red Riding Hood halts, her eyes betraying a moment of hesitation as she sizes up the wolf. The wolf, oozing a deceptive charm, breaks the silence with a question. "Tell me, little one, where are you going this fine day?" Little Red Riding Hood pauses, her eyes narrowing as she considers her response to the wolf's unexpected inquiry. Her carefree journey is abruptly halted by the looming presence of the wolf, a stark contrast between innocence and lurking danger. "To my grandmother's house, past the mill and down the lane." The wolf listens with feigned politeness, his ears perked, masking a sinister intent. A predatory smile creeps across the wolf's face, his eyes glinting with a malice veiled by deception. In the heart of the forest, the wolf moves with a dancer's grace. He weaves through the trees, each step measured, each glance sharp and assessing. The wolf approaches grandmother's cottage, its shadow falling ominously over the quaint dwelling. The cottage door stands as a fragile barrier against the looming threat. The vulnerability of the cottage is palpable, a silent invitation to danger. Inside the quaint cottage, the grandmother slowly opens the door, her eyes widening in surprise. A gray blur erupts as the wolf lunges forward, his teeth bared in a savage snarl. The grandmother gasps, a fleeting moment of terror in her eyes as the wolf closes in. Silence descends upon the cottage, the aftermath of the wolf's brutal feast. The wolf is awkwardly attempting to mimic the grandmother's frail posture. The nightgown is pulled high, obscuring the wolf's form, creating a grotesque silhouette against the pillows. The unnaturally staged scene hints at the sinister plot unfolding. Little Red Riding Hood approaches the quaint cottage, its charm failing to dispel a growing sense of unease. She cautiously pushes open the wooden door, the sound echoing in the silent air. Little Red Riding Hood steps inside, her senses on high alert as she scans the familiar yet subtly altered surroundings. Little Red Riding Hood, as she steps inside, a feeling that something is amiss. Little Red Riding Hood approaches her grandmother's bed, unaware of the danger that lurks. Little Red Riding Hood innocently remarks, "Oh, grandmother, what big eyes you have." The wolf, feigning a frail voice, responds chillingly, "All the better to see you with, my dear." Unsuspecting, Little Red Riding Hood continues, "Oh, grandmother, what big ears you have." The wolf, barely concealing his predatory glee, retorts, "All the better to hear you with, my dear." Inside the quaint cottage, the wolf bursts from the bed, his deceptive guise abandoned. The wolf's true form is revealed, eyes burning with predatory hunger. The wolf declares with malice, "All the better to eat you with." In a swift, brutal act, the wolf swallows Little Red Riding Hood whole. A lone woodsman journeys along a winding forest path, the air thick with the scent of pine and damp earth. A distant commotion pierces the tranquility, drawing the woodsman's attention towards a quaint cottage hidden among the trees. The woodsman's grip tightens on his axe, a silent promise of protection in the face of unknown danger. Driven by urgency, he rushes towards the cottage. The woodsman spots the wolf, lost in slumber. "I must act quickly," he declares, urgency tightening his features. With a surge of resolve, the woodsman prepares to act. The woodsman swiftly cuts open the wolf's belly. Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother are freed. At grandmother's cottage, the woodsman, Little Red Riding Hood, and the grandmother unite, preparing to fill the wolf's belly with heavy stones. With determined resolve, they stuff the wolf's belly with stones, ensuring justice is served. With practiced hands, they sew the wolf back up, concealing their act of retribution. The wolf stirs, waking from his slumber, unaware of the deadly weight within. He collapses, a lifeless heap, as the weight of the stones crushes his final attempt to flee. In the heart of the forest, Little Red Riding Hood walks hand in hand with her grandmother and the woodsman. She glances back at the path, her eyes reflecting a profound understanding. A newfound wisdom shines in her eyes, understanding the importance of heeding warnings. She understands the importance of avoiding strangers. The woodsman smiles, his presence a symbol of protection and guidance. Please like the video and subscribe the channel.